two ones that we're most likely to see play that were banned besides, I guess, Blitz. But that is more specific to these teams and region. Psycho going for a little bit of a camera out here to make sure that they have some control of this side of the site, despite the fact that, of course, they're not playing in tower, but that...
What is up, bros, and welcome back. And in this video, we got some insane camera spots, as well as a bunch of other tips and tricks that you guys are going to see on the very popular map of Oregon. Now, this game took place between the previous season champions. If you guys have been living under a rock, they are Team Liquid versus Ninjas in Pajamas, which is an insanely good team. Now, this first camera spot, we're going to be throwing on top of the rooftop, and you guys are going to see all the many different places of advantages that you guys will be able to make visible for you and your team. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this camera spot if you're defending a site, say downstairs in the laundry room, but anytime you're up in the dorms or kitchen dining, this is going to give you guys an insane advantage. You guys are going to see from the red arrows that I'm putting on the screen, you can see so many common areas that attackers are coming from. I'm going to quickly just show a second variation that you guys can do. It's not quite as effective, but you can see the ground level. Just a second option to keep in mind.
Had the intel in that room, knew it was clear because they'd been watching it and just timed it well.
But the question to me is really, where was the refrag from Liquid?
Alright, so this second camera placement is going to also be taking place when we're defending upstairs in the dorms. I just smacked my elbow so hard on the table. I wonder if you guys heard that. And also, why can I not get past this little stick right here? Okay, there we go. That was the strongest stick in Siege history. Anyways, this camera is great for very obvious reasons. You're going to be able to see both bomb sites. If somebody does do a desperate jump into plant, you still will be able to see them. This camera is not visible from the outside. And this is something to keep in mind. Anytime you're defending a bomb site, try to think, can I open up a wall between two rooms? Try to get a 2-for-1 for your guys' money's worth with that Valkyrie camera.
An option here for Nip. Second would be a Maestro. Maestro, probably one of the most useful operators on this site. He's not banned, but we're still not going to see him in the influence or deny a C4 plant on the other side of that indestructible wall on the far side of cafeteria. You know the one I'm talking about. And plant spot, and anything that defenders can bring to deny that plant is very useful.
Alright, so this camera spot is going to be taking place inside of the lobby on the light, but it's not really happening on the tip of the light like we've seen in a couple other videos that I've done. This camera spot is actually going to go on the back of the light, and it's on a slant, and you guys can see that the glow from the light kind of takes away from the visibility of the camera. For attackers though, once you're on the camera, you're going to see here that not only do you have very clear visibility without the light blinding you, but look at this, you can do 360s all day. You can literally look anywhere that you want to with the camera. Unless they're in that tiny little blind spot, this is a great camera that I cannot wait to start using. This second one is going to be taking place right outside of the dining room door, and you're going to see how this camera ties in with our next tip that's going to have to do with Alibi, and this is really sick. This is going to give you great visibility for anybody approaching from the junkyard spawn. Now, you're going to see here me throwing the second camera. It's going to go just in between the water silo. Definitely don't throw two cameras out here. I'm just showing you guys how easy it is and for demonstration purposes.
Sometimes unconventional is what gives you an edge.
I mean, it's surprising, too, that they're, again, not bringing any denial for the wall. Now, the 6th pick of the Thermite might have been a little more predictable after they did it last round. And if you're going to defend a site where the wall being blown pretty much destroys your ability to defend it, you'd think they would bring a Bandit or a Mute. But having to shoot through his own Alibi drone there does get the mark, at least. Fortunately, PSK now with the intel from the drone just barely missing those shots.
Yeah, the EE1D not going to get the kill, but finally Bullet from the window will.
Now this right here I just thought was such a perfect example of how you don't have to be like a top fragger and get an ace in order to have a huge impact on the round. Now you guys are going to see that with this Alibi setup, none of the feet are going to be visible for attackers to see. So it's going to make them question if it's a real operator or not. And of course, if you do hesitate and make that hesitation and it is a real operator, you're dead already. So you guys are going to see from the outside point of view, you can't see any of the feet. They're definitely going to be shooting them. It's literally just the tip of the head that the attackers are going to be seeing. Now you got to think, combining this with that previous Valkyrie camera that we learned in the last tip, you're going to be able to knock out enemies all over the place. They're going to be getting pinged, as well as you'll have an exact location based off of that Valkyrie camera. If you're feeling really ballsy, you can even run out of the dining room and go for a kill. And on top of all of that, he didn't even get any kills, but he drained over a minute in the round, which you know has a huge impact on them.
I like the deployable shield that they set up here so that Bandit could try and trick the wall, and I think that's an interesting adaptation. I'm not sure that's going to be a real big game changer here, but they're trying something.
It is. We've seen that a couple times before, and that shield is really quite good. It actually allows for Nest to Bandit trick continuously throughout the round, and we don't often see it destroyed nor directly influenced. Usually, whoever plays it can play it safe for the whole round.
So this tip is going to be including one full Valkyrie camera setup, as well as that little shield trick that we're going to cover also. So this trick is a 2-for-1 special with that one clip that Kickstar was talking about. This first one's a full Valkyrie camera setup. The first two, and not that special. I'm sure you've seen them before. This third one, though, is pretty cool. If you can land it correctly, it's going to land right behind the little reflector on the bus. It's going to be very hard to spot coming from that east side. And at the same time, you're going to have great visibility at anybody approaching from the south side of the map on Oregon. Now this second tip, they placed the shield very close to the drone hole in the video, but I was thinking of one change you could do is place the shield a little bit further back, because you guys probably know you don't need that much room in order to Bandit trick. You just need a little sliver of the reinforced wall, and you still will be able to place that reinforcement down. Now you can do a few things. You can have Jaeger places ADSs around, and that's going to help protect the shield from getting taken out by something like an ash charge, a grenade. One thing you guys do need to be careful of is this drone hole, and that's part of the reason we're moving the shield back away a little bit. It'll make it a little bit harder for the grenade to get that angle if they're smart enough to chuck a grenade through this drone hole to get rid of the shield. Also, one thing to keep in mind, an ADS on the side of the couch right here is going to be a great asset to you.
The only time we've really seen the M870 is that one time, I think it was Millennium, Millennium defending, I think, against Penta on bathroom tellers.
It's just uncommon.
Yeah.
Candelas and EE1D are not actually going to work out here. Bullet will get PZD as he rushes into kitchen. I don't know if that was a really great play there from PZD. I have to question that decision-making process. And Bullet's position is given away. He's not even going to be blind by the flashbang directly thrown at him. He will potentially, yes, get another, no, just a down. Very nearly another kill, though. Julio will finally shut down Bullet, but at what cost? We've got Psycho and Wag so very lit up, and only a minute left.
Alright, now I just found this really interesting. Now, of course you guys know that if anytime somebody throws a flashbang or ying charge at you, you can most of the time just turn your face straight to the wall, and sometimes you can avoid them. The ying candela most of the times just completely flashes you anyways, but one thing that's really interesting about this bathroom spot, you gotta be careful. If you're ever chasing somebody and you flash the bathroom, you gotta approach them with caution, because this is kind of a tricky little spot where the wall is placed perfectly and they may be completely immune to the flashes or ying candelas. That's a great thing to keep in mind whether you're defending or attacking. It can literally save your life just by having this knowledge where flashes are not that effective in this certain area.
Yeah,
That's got to be tilting.
well, I don't think it, I mean, it's going to be a bummer, sure, but I don't know. Liquid, though, trying to hold on for dear life. Oh, no!
Psycho! Well-named player there. What a nutty shot. Just probably going for the pre-open even on the window.
Yeah, just some random bullets through the west window, and now probably the worst operator to lose in the first couple seconds. The smoke, absolutely devastating there. Ninjas in pajamas now well poised to take this outright.
Alright, so I'm literally just going to talk about this for 15 seconds, okay? This spot is so insane. You saw it work on literally the #1 team in Rainbow Six Siege as of last season. Now, it wasn't clear if he vaulted up on top of the refrigerator or the car, but anytime you spawn Junkyard in the defending dorms, just go for this, please.
Play anymore. Each one by default retire on top.
The story of this match has really been Psycho versus Nesk. As you can see from the scoreboard earlier, a very even split between the two. I think 12 and 13 kills between them, and that's very impressive for each of them. And that's kind of how we've been seeing the rounds play out. I mean, Psycho got a lot of kills in that previous round, despite the win from Liquid. PSK gets Wag. Nice headshot. And Nest will shut down Julio. So the final attacker here, the final hope for Ninjas in Pajamas is Kamikaze. And as he goes for the repel, he will be shot from below. Looking for the angle to try and contest. At least fight back a little bit. He's not able to find it just yet. And he's peeking wide. Cannot see his opponent. Eating a lot of bullets here. And Nest will finally shut him down. Liquid secure the draw. No losses for them yet in the season, but their win streak has ended.
So in this trick, I'm going to attempt to help you guys successfully defend the tower. Now, most of the time, the tower objective is basically a death sentence for the defending team. This is insanely difficult to defend for multiple different reasons, but adding on this couple layer of defensive tactics, you guys are going to increase your chances so much. So first off, make sure you crouch when you place this mirror on the left reinforced wall. You're going to have a shield also blocking part of your body on the left hand side. On top of that, you're going to start putting a bunch of holes inside of the floor and the hallway leading up to the mirror. That's going to help you not only watch for anybody trying to chuck grenades from meeting hall up at you, you'll be able to take them out, but also straight down the hallway. Now adding on, we're going to put a bunch of holes in the floor so that anybody that's rappelling in onto the scaffolding is going to get taken out from multiple different areas below, like you guys saw in that final clip. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you guys learned something. As always, let me know what your guys' favorite trick of the day was down below, and I'll see you guys all very soon in the next video. I love you all. Peace.